Well, hey, welcome to DECENTRAFIVE. I am Jason Dukes, and our special guest today is Molly with Fly Frogs NFT project. And I'm excited to have her on. Welcome to DECENTRAFIVE, Molly.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right, so her bio and links and things that are important will be in the show notes. We've got 5 minutes, 10 questions, 0 edits, and here we go. Let's start with a very serious question. Who's better at Mahjong, you or your husband? And is it a game of skill, luck, or both? And did I even say it right?
I don't know how you really say it. I say Mahjong, or sometimes just Maj for short. Like if we're in a rush, like in this format. Anyway, I gotta say I'm just a little better than my husband, Josh. And it's definitely a game of skill, but there's some luck. But I have not mastered the game at all. There are some old ladies that are much, much better than me with the Mahjong skills.
I love it. I love it. How often do frogs come up in conversation at your house?
Multiple times a day. We are talking about frogs all the time, but it's a lot of fun.
So when did you get into coding and developing?
I got into coding kind of as a kid, doing like Angel Fire and GeoCities websites. So I was probably like, 10 or 11. And just making weird websites back when the internet was weird. And now we're making it weird again, which is what's so exciting.
I love it. I love it. So besides Wheels on the Bus, what other songs do your kids love to hear you sing?
This was a good question. I try and get my kids into the music I like, and sometimes it's successful and sometimes it's not. But one weird one that my oldest really loved was Teenage Dirtbag, which I learned is not the most appropriate song for a little kid to be singing, but we did that over and over. And I'm like, had to change the words to like her boyfriend's he brings, I can't sing this whole verse is just not what you should be singing. So yeah, they like Teenage Dirtbag.
So it sounds like you have a lot of fun, especially with them, but what do you do for fun?
Oh, yeah. Well, Frogs is actually turned out to be a lot of fun. I think we were surprised how much fun the pond is and the Discord and all these people we met through Frogs. So that's a new form of fun. And yeah, it's hard to not like try and talk about NFTs all the time with people that probably don't want to talk about NFTs all the time.
So speaking of that, what other NFT projects so the development of those projects, do you admire almost as much as Fly Frogs?
There's so many cool projects going on. It's hard to keep up. But one that I really want to dig into more is this 2-Bit Bears. They're doing a lot of on-chain stuff. And I also like that they're funny and have a good sense of humor and don't take themselves too seriously. And it started out as just literally 2 pixels, bears that are two pixels, and they've sort of, you can breed, and then you can kind of go to the 3rd generation is actually like an SVG that looks, more like a real bear. But the whole joke is that they're hyper realistic with just those 2 pixels. So it's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. So you say you code at night and nap time. Those are the 2 times you get to code. When do you get to take a breath? How do you refuel?
I since after we launched tadpoles, I realized that wasn't a good way to work. I was a little stressed out about getting those tadpoles out. I'm like, you know what? We've just got to take this slow. So right now I'm taking a lot of breaths, and I'm just like, I'm tired tonight. I'm not gonna work on frogs right now, and that's got to be okay. So I think that's something that I learned maybe the hard way, that I can't burn out early on. So slow and steady and just keep having fun with the frogs.
I love it. I love it. So advice that you'd give to artists who need someone like you?
This was a tricky one. I think get involved in the NFT community, try and join, whatever groups kind of resonate with you, and just don't be afraid to put yourself out there in terms of responding to tweets and, chatting in different Discords or whatever, because I think you never know who you're going to meet and what kind of projects are going to turn up. But I say just try and talk to as many people as you can until you find that person that'll help get your project going.
What's something difficult as well as something beautiful about being a mom?
Yeah, I'm in the difficult phase of the mom stuff, but I think your kids are totally their own people as soon as they're born, and there's really not much you can do. So it's like, well, we're really just guardrails. I mean, they are fully formed people that you've got to deal with every day. But that's also really beautiful because you can let go of a little bit of that control freak aspect you might have to your personality and just be a little more chill.
That's good. That's good. Last question. What other guest should we invite for a DECENTRAFIVE interview?
Man, there's so many people, but I'm a little biased, but I think you should have Josh on, Fly Frog himself.
I was hoping you would say that. I was hoping you'd say that. Well, I would love to have him on, and if you can prime the pump for that, I'll reach out to him for sure. Yeah,
and these questions are great. I don't think there's going to be very much overlap, and I'd love to hear some of his answers for the things that maybe there would be some overlap.
That would be fun. Well, thank you so much, Molly, for taking a few minutes with us, and I appreciate you and what you do in the Fly Frogs community, and I'm thankful to be a part of it.
Yeah, thanks for being part of the pond, and thanks for having me on.